And generally, the ordinary beings, we cannot receiving teachings from the Sambhogakayas. And we cannot hear, we cannot touch, we cannot feel. So, generally we talk about above the first booming or Mahayana, noble Mahayana practitioners, they can link to the five Vida families or Sambhogakayas. But particularly, like Avalokiteshvara, Vajrapani, and Manjushri, they are the highest bodhisattvas, and they receiving teachings, blessings directly from Sambhogakaya. So therefore, you could say they are retinues. And then here the question marks. Who is really Avalokiteshvara? Who is Manjushri? Who is Vajrapani? Are they beings? Then another question. Are they within our minds? Is another question. So as long as our really wisdom becomes fully awakened, and you are Vajrapani, you are Manjushri. So Manjushri, Avalokiteshvara, Vajrapani, and these three things it can be beings, depends of the merit of our sentient beings. It can be just wisdom. So such this ordinary wisdom. And where is this Padisha? Yes, of course. I was. Okay, I think maybe we can. Maybe we can stop here for 10 minutes. Anyway, also want to stop in between these teachings, and then maybe very strange though. I feel okay. This 10-minute break. Okay, so continuation of this Manjushri and Avalokiteshvara Vajrapani. So this so Manjushri is really wisdom. So like in a way when we realize the true nature of phenomena, and that aspect, then we call Manjushri. And Chandrakirti says, when you realize the true nature of phenomena, the compassion is, you can't control. Naturally compassion is arised. So aspect of the compassion of Buddha, namely, we could say Avalokiteshvara. You could say that. And then the power. So when we have these two, wisdom and compassion, and then the power of that, there's no way to arising of the negative emotions. The really Vajrapani, the really power is that someone, they control their own negative emotion, and also because of that they can control to others' negative emotions. So the omniscient or wisdom and compassion, without these two, there is actually no way to really control of the negative emotion. So the genuine kind of, how you could say that, antidote is wisdom and compassion. So in that aspect also, these three families of the deities can be one is two. So we always use, this Manjushri have this knife, and that is symbol of the cutting of the negative emotions, the wisdom of knife, the cutting of the negative emotion. So written use of the Sambhogakaya, such those great Bodhisattvas, as well as also Buddhist sattvas, etc. That not only kind of theory of this, but there's limitless of the also great beings. And then they're talking about time. In commonly we're saying that Buddha Sambhogakaya term is continuation, never stop of the Dharma. Because if you have such wisdom and compassion, and that means that the Dharma is always within you, within your mind. Someone who has really genuine wisdom, compassion, then your mind is always Dharma and pure. And that is blessed from the 5 Buddha families, 5 wisdoms, and they are linked. So therefore, time is always, to Ponje Mepa, unchanging of the kind of Dharma teachings, you could say. And then the place perfection can be anything, no specific. As long as we have the realization of like 2 natures, or wisdoms, compassions, then wherever you are is Akanishita. And wherever you are is perfect bliss. So more like they're talking about Rono, means self-appearances. Every place is actually self-appearances. If that our mind is very dirty, and really wherever we are is just samsara, hell, you could say, hell realm, hungry ghost realm, whatsoever. So therefore, the Sambhogakaya places, perfect place, is more like the students, the vision. In the Ngendo practice, the Guru Yoga, we say what's called Rono Hundup. They're also talking about self-awareness or appearances. Pure self-appearances is the Sondopari. Likewise, here also says when there are such things, they call the Akanishita of the self-appearances. So these are the like Sambhogakaya levels. And then this Nirmanakaya, that from there they talk about 3 or 6 Buddhas. 6 Buddhas. Hungry Ghost Realm Buddhas, Hell Realm Buddhas, Animal Realm Buddhas, Human Realms, God Realms, Demigod Realms. There's 6 Buddhas with a Nirmanakaya form, like Buddha Shakyamuni, little different hand symbols, etc. Okay? That is the Nirmanakaya's teachers. And then teachings. There's various of the teachings, not only Vajrayana teachings, not only Mahayana teachings, but various of the teachings. Because the Buddha Nirmanakaya, as we mentioned, everybody can see, everybody can touch, everybody can, depends of the what kind of we have pot of the water. The 1,000 of different waters, there is something appears there, moon. Likewise, Guru Rinpoche says that even you see one stupa, that is, he says, manifestation of the him. Guru Rinpoche says that if you have one fleck, even that is the remembering of the Guru Padma Sambhava. And if you have enough devotion, you get some merit. See as person. So he mentioned many of these kind of Dhamma items. So this is also one kind of really Buddha appears. Likewise, here the Dharma, they're talking about Nirmanakaya Dharma, is any kind of Dharmas, can be one sentence. That is also Nirmanakaya Buddha's teaching of the, Nirmanakaya of Buddhas. Great Zapata Rinpoche says that if you understand 4 sentences of the Dharma. And that is, he said, the Dharma of the scriptures. And if you have such very short moment, virtue mind, or such that renunciation, bodhicitta, pure perceptions, very short moment. And that is, he says, also teaching of the realizations. So, likewise, so Buddha's teaching various of the yanas. We talk about 9 yanas, 3 yanas, 2 yanas, etc. And because of the object of this teaching is many various, even inside of humans, there's many kind of levels. I think someone who really suits very well with only Vinayanas, no more, no less, And if you hear some Mahayana teachings, it gives unpleasant. And then some certain levels, they just want to hear only Mahayana teachings. They are not enough of the, satisfaction. I think satisfaction of the Hinayana teachings. I think because of that also Buddha says, those who really want to practice of the Mahayana teachings, and then someone tried to telling him, saying that, if you come to the, Vinaya teachings or Theravada groups, and this is good, that is something, if you bring down, and he says, Buddha says that is one of the biggest unvirtue actions. And then if someone just only really, his capacity is only in the level of the Vinaya or Hinayana, and then someone try to teach Mahayanas, that is also one of the root, what's called fall down of the Mahayana teachings. So therefore, there's many various of the teachings. Students, disciples, because of that, there's various of the also yanas.